What's up everyone, coming at you with our picks on every single NBA game for Thursday, February 8th. This video is sponsored by StumpTheSpread.com, where you can get all of our best picks and predictions on every major sport. We just posted our Super Bowl pick. Get in there and get signed up and let us help you cash some bets. Before we jump into our picks for this huge NBA slate, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new so you don't miss out on our daily videos. There have been a crazy amount of new subs over the last few days, which is absolutely incredible. Welcome to all you new viewers. Comment down below what bets you're going with and I will give you my best take on every single one of them. I read and respond to every comment. Okay, let's dive into our first game, which is the Golden State Warriors versus the Indiana Pacers. The Warriors are going to be playing at Indiana in this one. They're playing on no rest after just having faced off against the 76ers. Golden State is 13-8-0 against the spread on the road. Pretty solid numbers against the spread on the road for this team, and they are 4-4-1 against the spread when playing on no rest. So the whole no rest thing isn't a huge concern. Right now the Warriors are looking fairly healthy. They still don't have Chris Paul back and they still don't have Gary Payton II back, but that's only a matter of time. We're going to see those guys back on the court before too long, but right now we've got Wiggins out on the floor, we've got Kuminga, we've got Draymond Green, Steph's healthy. This team is looking pretty solid. The Pacers come into this game fresh off a very close win over the Houston Rockets. Not a team you want to be playing super close games against. That's not really, Houston's not so good, but they did come away with the win. I guess that's what's really important. But Indiana hasn't been that impressive lately. They've only won 2 out of their last 5 games. They lost to the Kings, the Knicks, and the Celtics. Those are not bad losses, so I guess we can't really give them too much trouble for that. But in this game, I think we have to go with the Warriors and the points. 5.5 points is quite a bit, so that's going to be our take on this one. Golden State on the road and the points. Next up, we're looking at the San Antonio Spurs, headed to Orlando to play against the Magic. San Antonio is playing in Miami right now, so they only have a short trip, but they're going to be playing this game on no rest. San Antonio is 3-5 against the spread on no rest, and we have to wonder whether or not Wembanyama is actually going to suit up. The Magic are 14-7 at home. That's a pretty solid record. Orlando comes into this game needing to bounce back from an absolute blowout at the hands of the Miami Heat. This is a team that beat the Spurs in San Antonio by 10 points only a few days ago. We are going to go with the Magic in this one. Orlando's healthy. They're playing well. Orlando at home is great, and the Spurs on the road and playing on no rest, not so good. So we're taking Orlando to get the blowout win and cover in this one. Cleveland Cavaliers head to Brooklyn to take on the Nets. Cleveland played at Washington last night, so they're going to be on no rest. Cleveland on no rest, not looking so hot, but they've had so many injuries, we can only assume that number comes from games where their roster was a little bit limited. Cleveland on the road in general is 12-9-1 against the spread. Not a terrible number, and they come into this game playing pretty well. The Nets, on the other hand, are 14-11-2 against the spread playing at home, and they have lost 2 straight now. They got waxed by Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic and the Mavs. Maybe we need to rethink booing Kyrie there in the Barclays Center because he was going absolutely bonkers. There was nothing they could do to stop him. He had a tomahawk jam on an alley-oop that was absolutely sick. I really didn't know Kyrie got up like that anymore. Regardless though, looking at the spread in this game, we see that the Cavs are -6. That seems like a little bit of a tall order for them, although they've been playing so well lately, maybe it's not. Right now, everybody's looking healthy. You're going to want to stay updated on those injury reports, though, and make sure nobody sits out. Assuming nobody sits out, though, we're going with the road favorite in this one. I don't love having to play road favorites, but I don't think we have a choice. I don't think we really see Brooklyn keep this game that competitive, so we're going with Cleveland to get the win and cover on the road. Next game on the slate, we've got the Dallas Mavericks headed to New York to take on the Knicks. This game is going to be going on in Madison Square Garden. The Mavs are coming off that blowout win over the Nets. They did kind of let it get a little bit close later in the game, but they were up big early and they kind of just seemed like they were messing around. The Mavs are a league best 15-9 against the spread on the road, and this team continues to get healthy. Having Kyrie Irving back is obviously a huge deal. We expect both him and Luka to play in this game. Derek Lively is marked as out, so that sucks, but eventually we're going to see this squad back at full strength, and they're kind of close right now. The New York Knicks come to this game fresh off a 10-point win over the Grizzlies. They were up huge and let Memphis sneak in for the backdoor cover. That's a little bit annoying, but hey, no big deal. That kind of stuff's gonna happen. The Knicks have been playing incredible lately with their only recent loss, and by recent I mean recent. They have been on an absolute tear coming against the Lakers. The Knicks are 15-9-1 at home this season against the spread. That's a pretty good number. We like that one quite a bit. Looking at this spread, it's very close to even. It's very close to a pick'em game. The real concern though is OG Anunoby still being out. They need him out there. They need him in the game. The elbow problem seems like it's a bigger problem than I would have initially guessed, just being an elbow. Also, Brunson is a little bit banged up. I think we're actually going to flip-flop here, guys. I think we're going to go with the Mavs. Kyrie's playing so well. If Brunson isn't at 100% and we've got so many other injuries for the Knicks, I don't think they have enough pieces. Like, they're going to run out of scoring. We're actually going to take the Mavs to get the win and cover on the road where they're very, very good. So Dallas in this one. The Chicago Bulls head to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies in our next one. Chicago is -5 in this game. The Bulls come into this one playing pretty well. They just got a shocking win in overtime against the Timberwolves. There's a little bit of a fatigue concern, but they've had a day off, so they should be okay. Kobe White went from being questionable to play in this game to absolutely going nuts against the Timberwolves, and Caruso and him are both marked as day-to-day, but we expect both to end up playing. The Memphis Grizzlies come into this game fresh off another loss. They did get the backdoor cover against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden, but we're not too worried about that. This team is not good. They have no depth left. They have no real good players left. We're going to go with the Bulls on the road in this one. Chicago's 12-12 against the spread on the road, but the Grizzlies are 8-15 against the spread when they're playing at home. Terrible numbers at home for Memphis. We're going to go with the Bulls. The Minnesota Timberwolves head to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. The Timberwolves come into this game fresh off that loss at Chicago. Not what they were hoping for, not what they were expecting. Seemed like they might have been looking past the Bulls a little bit in that game. The Bucks come into this one fresh off a loss of their own. Middleton's going to be out with a sprained ankle. Things have just not been going Milwaukee's way this season. Nothing seems to work out. They're just not headed in the right direction. Brook Lopez is going to be out. Giannis and Dame are both marked as day-to-day. They're banged up. We even see their second unit, Cam Payne and Jay Crowder, are both marked as day-to-day. We don't even really know who's going to be out there for Milwaukee. The Timberwolves are not great on the road. They're 12-15 against the spread, but they are in a big bounce back spot. The Bucks are nothing special at home this season against the spread. They're only 10-14-1. We are going to go with the Timberwolves on the road. The Timberwolves, I think, in a game that's basically going to end up being close to a pick'em. We like Minnesota here a lot. This could be our biggest play of the night. Timberwolves plus the 1.5 or whatever it ends up being, that's who we like. The Utah Jazz head to Phoenix to take on the Suns on our next one. Utah comes into this game fresh off a big win, a very big win. They took down the Oklahoma City Thunder in fairly convincing fashion, and now they get to go on the road to play against the Suns. The Suns come into this game fresh off a win over Milwaukee. Both of these teams are playing pretty well. We don't see any massive road problems for the Jazz. They're 12-15-1 against the spread. Nothing insane either way. Not great though. But the Suns have been terrible against the spread playing at home. The Suns are 8-17-1. Not the kind of numbers you want to write home about. And when we look at the spread, we see that Utah is getting 7 points. Guys, we're doing it. We're going with the Jazz and the points in this one. Maybe this is a bad game for the Suns. They're pretty healthy coming to this game. Bradley Beal is marked as day-to-day. Do we think he will play? It's currently pretty much a question mark. He's listed with a sprained right ankle. How bad is it sprained? We don't really know. Like, he's been playing a lot though. This would be the first game he's missed since December 27th, which for Bradley Beal is like an insane stretch of like not missing games. So we don't really know about that, but we do know the Jazz are playing great. We're taking Utah and the points in this one. Next up, we've got the Detroit Pistons headed to Portland to take on the Trailblazers. The Pistons come into this game not feeling too good. They just lost the Orlando Magic by 12. Not a great look. Cade Cunningham is probably out for this game. There's no reason to be playing him. They're really just trying to tank this thing out. The Blazers lost again to the Denver Nuggets. Pretty much what we would expect in this one. The spread in this game is Detroit plus 4.5. Neither one of these teams has significant interesting home and away splits. The Pistons will be playing on no rest though, and we are not liking that for them. That's not going to be a very fun time for them, especially when they have almost no good players left. They might be looking to make some trades. I guess the same thing could be said for Portland, but we're going to take the Blazers minus 4.5 in this one. They're better rested. They seem like they care more about winning games right now. Let's ride with the home team. Last up on the docket, we see the Denver Nuggets head to LA to take on the Lakers. This is a huge game, obviously. Two of the more highly touted teams. Denver comes into this game fresh off back-to-back wins over Portland. They've won 4 of their last 5, with the only loss coming at Oklahoma City in a very close game. The Lakers, man, this is a tough team to figure out. They've won 3 straight now, including wins at Boston and at the Knicks. They barely managed to beat the Hornets their last time out, which isn't shocking. The Lakers tend to play down to the level of their competition. Right now, Anthony Davis is listed as day-to-day, but generally speaking, we expect the Lakers to be at close to full strength for this game. The Nuggets are also going to be at full strength for this game. It's going to be an interesting one, guys. We see the Nuggets only 9-16-1 against the spread on the road. The Lakers are 11-13 against the spread when they're playing at home. Not a huge consideration there, although that number for the Nuggets is a little bit concerning. And we also love how Anthony Davis plays every single time he's going against Nikola Jokic. AD has something to prove in this matchup. The Lakers are getting 2 points in this game. That's the way we're leaning. We are definitely leaning towards the Lakers +2. Watch those injury reports though. Something weird could happen. If LeBron or AD end up sitting, obviously that changes everything. Or if the Lakers make some big crazy trade, but it sounds like they're happy with D'Angelo Russell now, which is a very weird departure from where things were looking at most of the season. But regardless, our pick in this one, Lakers +2, especially if they're healthy. Thanks for watching, guys. That's our last pick of the night. Hope we got some winners in there. Feel free to ask questions about any of your bets or my bets down in the comments. I read and respond to every single comment. Hit that thumbs up button. We'll get back to you tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching. Let's cash some bets tonight. Everybody, have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.